morning everybody, welcome back to the Matt's Railway Adventures YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me today on a slightly chilly, overcast morning. But I'm here up at the Dean Forest Railway, first time in a number of years since I've been here, for day 2 of their diesel gala. Just waiting on the first train to come back in from Lydney Junction, which will then go up to Park End. Yeah, look forward to a good day. One of the visiting locomotives is one that I've already seen this year down, actually from here, up at the Gloucestershire Warwickshire Railway. This is 50021, aka Rodney. I do have a look at the timetable. Should be able to have a little riders behind Rodney from Lydney back up to where we are, which is Norchard. Yeah, looking forward to a good day. Should hopefully get some good footage and everything. So yep, make sure you've got your ticket and come and join me for the ride. Yeah, I've even had to get hot chocolate this morning. Right, so first train of the day we're doing is set. It's a set B1 with 55009 at front, which is Alcidian, and on the rear, according to my timetable, is Rodney. So we'll see Rodney when we get into Park End, which will be in about 13 minutes. Well, for me 13 minutes, roughly. For you, it'll be a couple of minutes. Yeah, the whole line here is only about 4.5 miles between Park End and Lydney Junction, which is where it joins up with the main line. It's always handy. That's how they've got some of the guest locomotives in this weekend. So, yeah, we'll soon be departing and making our way up to Park End. Right, so yeah, we're here at the end of the line at Lydney Junction, which at one point would have been quite a busy interchange for service, yeah, for going up what's now the Dean Forest Railway, as well as mainline services going northwards, southwards to probably Cardiff and whatnot, as well as northbound. And the good thing is, Lydney, the main Lydney station is walkable from here. They'll go and show the old with the new, I think. Well, but just before we wander off, we've got 25-30 minutes, yeah. The two little, they've got class 8 and 08 and class 09, which have brought us down. Parked up, looking quite nice. So, going to show you them. Right, so here you've got the class 08, 08769. Then the rail freight liveried one is 09106. Both of them are looking very, very smart. And then the other side, there's a level crossing to go across as well, which is always a winner. There's stuff the other side as well. Then you can quickly wander down, have a look at Lydney Station. Then, by the time we do that, we're time to come back. And then Rodney will be taking us back up to Norchard. Good to see Rodney again. Having seen him quite a few times. It was either Gloucestershire, Warwickshire, or by Somerset. There's one or t'other. I won't say Gloucestershire, Warwickshire. But without looking at my footage, can't actually remember. Yep, there's parked up. Looks like in sidings here at Lydney Junction. You've got another class 0909015 parked up there. Couple of other little bits and pieces as well. And what looks like also some old trucks and other things. Ooh, hello, level crossing. Okay, so that was both Rodney and the Class 55 Alcedon, or whatever it's called, just arrived into Lydney Junction. This means we've literally got like 20 minutes to get down, a quick look at Lydney Station, then we're back on the rails again. So it's only about 4 or 5 minute walk down to station. In fact, come on, it's not like now. No, not. Oh, but just there is a Class 3 diesel shunter thing. Looks slightly old. Don't think it's moved recently, but nicely Class 3. Right, let's carry on walking down the road to the main Lydney station. I know I'm going the right way. I still will come and do Let's Visit Lydney one day. Strange thing is, Lydney's actually managed by TfW, yet we're actually in Gloucestershire. You're supposed to how many TfW stations there are, well, managed TfW stations, which aren't in Wales. Hereford, Leominster, Ludlow, I want to say Shrewsbury. There's quite a few of them, but that's not today's video. We're here for diesels, not mainline stuff, but that's because we're here. That's quickly coming to show you the new compared to the old. There you go, a classic sign saying Dean Forest Railway Station. That takes you into the car park. But for what I want, quickly, there you go, level crossing sign. There we go, that's the new Lydney station. Yeah, as you can see, they've just compare the old with the new. Definitely a bit of a distinct difference between the two. Nothing here actually. Well, nothing going northbound for nearly 2 hours. Looks like there's 1 to 2 hours on a Sunday. There is something southbound in about 20 minutes, but don't want to be rushing back to get back see that one. But yeah, the new compared to the old. New's got like all your modern facilities, car park, couple of proper shelters and all that. Oh, the old, yeah, everything's got a facility. As I've got a tiny waiting shelter, but that's about it. Then with the old one, you can see all your classic old diesel locos started up. I haven't seen steamers yet. They might be at Northchard. But heading back now. So I'll come back to you in a little bit. When we're about to depart behind Rodney. back at Lidley Junction. I think we've got all 4 engines here at once. So first one we've got is 55009 Alcidian, which has come from the Celtic Preservation Society. Making quite a racket, it's good to hear. Then opposite, we've got 09106 Rail Freight Class 09. Just leaving the end of one train is what's it called, Rodney. The top end of the train, this one, I think it was a Class 08 shunter. Right, so other side of the level crossing, I think that's the Class 08, which you can just about see there, and disappeared off somewhere is Rodney. Zoom back in a bit. Where's that? Yeah, that is the view of Lidley Junction Station. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Once again, the level crossing bleeping and blooping at us. Coming together, Rodney and Class 08. Rodney is in, both of them, in the British Rail colour scheme, which is good to see. What a beautiful diesel locomotive Class 50 is. But to be fair, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the little Class 08 either. That's equally as pretty. park end of the line, and first opportunity to properly show, or try and show you all 4 locomotives. So you've got this side, you've got the class 55 up at the front, and at the back you've got Rodney, the class 50, while on platform 2 you've got this class 08 at the front and the class 09 at the rear. And it's getting wet. Typical forest weather. So if you look down sort of like where the car park and where people are, you can see where there are more lines. Got a finger, got a line coming in there, which then used to run across the road there. I don't think that line's been used for a long time, looking at how overgrown it is. But yep, this is wet. It's probably going to be time in a minute to get back on in the warm. Well, wouldn't actually in the warm, but at least going to be in the dry. Cross over those overgrown lines. Yep, there's 09106 and 55009 in the front. towards a miserable Lydney Junction, where we have got momentarily all 4 locomotives. Rodney! That the next time I see Rodney, but I definitely do like, you see, I like the Class 50s now. Then, as I've seen earlier, 08769, one of the little Class 08s. Hopefully we'll have time to get back up top end. Now at the top here we've got the Class 09. Because of the inclement weather, they're now not swapping around there, it's top and tailing where they are. There we go, Lydney Junction. Yep, 09106 rail freight there. Which does look quite smart in that colour scheme. Again, it's in a British Rail colour scheme. And then 55009. There's a guy on the front of it, the Deltic Preservation Society. Again, very smart in its British Rail colour scheme. Alcidon, or whatever they call it. Right, well that's the end of the day for me. So I'm back at Northside High Level Station. Just come back on behind Rodney and Alcidian, or whatever you want to call it, the Deltic. So yep, a bit wet now, a bit cold, a bit murky, so it's the end of the day. But still, been a great day up here at the Dean Forest Railway for their diesel gala. First time here in probably 7 years, if not maybe slightly more than that. The only other time I was here was with the old man when I think we were actually up here looking at houses for him, and we just saw driving past, saw they're out with Thomas, so we both hoped that had to be done. But yeah, that's story for another day. But for this one, for today's adventure, that is it, all done. Hope you enjoy seeing the various diesels and everything. And if you do, then please remember to do the normal good stuff, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that kind of wonderful good stuff. And until next time, I'll be back here at the Dean Forest Railway beginning of November for the Steam Gala, whatever they call it. I'll be looking forward to. But yeah, next recording thing, it's, well, for me, next weekend, but when you see this video, I don't, yeah, it probably will be before that one. But anyway, yep, and Northside low level, so that this was doing nicely. For some reason, you got high level and low level here at Norchard, so right, yeah. Anyway, let's knock it off here. So, yep, I'll talk to everybody very soon. So, from a very wet Dean Forest Railway and the low level platform here at Norchard, choo choo for now.